Have you ever asked yourself the question, what if the Lost Boys worked at the local Hollister? Well, Sebastian Stan has the answer in his 2006 movie, The Covenant.
Cue the dad rock.
Yeah!
They're here. Who are they?
Don't know much about them, but I intend to find out.
Sarah, this is...
Caleb Danvers.
He's hot, huh?
They are the descendants of a secret legacy.
Come on, Caleb. It's not like it's gonna kill us.
Yeah.
Welcome to Big Name Bad Movie, the show where we talk about A-list actors and their worst films. I am your host, Cameron. As always, with me is my co-host, Joe. Today we're talking about The Covenant.
This is not Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, which is a different movie. And every time I was searching for this movie, The Covenant, that movie would pop up, which I'm assuming is probably a much higher reviewed film.
Well, there's also some like Iraq War movie called The Covenant.
That's it. That's the Guy Ritchie one. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
And that's what I kept
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yes.
I haven't seen it. But
I haven't either. It's like a funny premise, or a funny premise. A fun premise. Sorry, we had a glass of wine.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie's nuts. This is about four vampire witch boys.
Yeah, I thought from the trailer genuinely that they were vampires, but it's pre-Twilight. Twilight came out in 2005, like the book. So this is definitely pre that movie, that phenomenon or whatever. But I think this walked so that Twilight could run.
Yeah, I think Twilight more limped, but I
mean,
I agree with you.
Yeah.
This is it's a weird one because it's trying to be that 2000s teen fantasy drama. I don't know. It's very poorly reviewed,
as it should be. But I would say. I mean,
it's not well executed.
Yeah. I would. So go ahead and tell us the premise.
Well, the premise is that in Europe in the 1600s, a bunch of witches are being persecuted, or people that possess the power, which is the movie's vague term for supernatural abilities. And these witches end up moving.
A lot of vague terms.
A lot of vague terms, yeah.
That are not explained very well at all.
The witch families end up moving to Massachusetts and settling in a town of Ipswich. And then these five families.
Aptly named Ipswich.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
Well, it just has witch in the name.
Ooh, good.
Right? Or is it swish? Ipswish?
I don't know. Hip swish. Hey.
Hips swang.
Basically, these five families settle in this town in Massachusetts, and then they birth a lineage of superpower kids who are all witches as well. And we're following the story of four of these boys in high school. And then when kids
four of these young adult men, these young 30-year-old men in high school.
Cue the clip of Dear Evan Hansen that I love so much of Ben Platt.
I mean, I know famously, he was a high schooler in that.
Oh
and he
my
looks
God,
way too old.
It's so good. I mean, you can see the makeup caked on, and you can see where they tried to cover his stubble. It's so good. But yeah, these 30-year-old high school boys are trying to solve kind of the mystery of kids that keep dying at the school and these mysterious happenings, and they have to use their witch powers to save the day. Like we said, it stars Sebastian Stan, but also has Taylor Kitsch,
Stephen Strait, a.k.a. what's his
War
name?
and Peace from Sky High.
Sorry. He will be.
Hell yeah.
Love
Sky
him.
High. He was also the main guy in 10,000 BC, which I loved as a kid. Couldn't tell you a thing about it, but it was fun. Chase Crawford. Which
XOXO.
We have two Gossip Girl alum in this, even though this was pre. That was the first thing I saw Sebastian Stan in was Gossip Girl. Yeah. Most people, know him for The Winter Soldier, but to me, he's whatever that guy's name was.
Love some Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
You want to jump into plot?
Sure, let's do it.
So when we first meet these four kids, I'm going to say real quick, I don't remember, I remember their names, but I'm going to get their names mixed up and stuff.
The movie does not do a good job of reminding us what the names are, besides Caleb, because I feel like the line delivery, anytime someone says Caleb, who's the main guy, every time someone says his name, it's hilarious.
Yes.
Come on, Caleb. Here you go, Caleb. Nice.
Hey, Caleb.
The four high school boys are standing over a cliff, and they all are talking about the party that's happening below. They're overlooking a high school party. It's like a big rager with a bonfire, lots of low-rise jeans, lots of 30-year-old
2000s.
Yeah, lots of 30-year-old women playing 17-year-old girls.
This came out the same time as Geely.
This came out the same time as Geely?
No, this came out after, but I'm saying around that time, so we got the low rise, callback to J-Lo.
Yeah, the butt glisten.
Yeah.
They're overlooking this bonfire party, and then and they're all just discussing it, and they're kind of alluding to their powers, and then they all decide to just jump off the cliff to join the party. So they're like pretty badass guys. There's a great moment where we focus on Caleb, who's like the main kid, played by the guy who plays War and Peace, Stephen Strait. He's jumping off the cliff, and we just have the worst CGI within the first like minute of the movie.
He looks like a video game.
PS2 graphics.
Yeah.
He looks at like the new girl that's in town. Her name's Sarah. She's there at the party, gyrating in her low-rise jeans. And one of the guys goes, "She's kind of hot." And then we just have like a little pan-up shot of her, like showing us some midriff, doing her thing. And then one of the girls looks to the other and goes, "Who are they?" Looking at the like 4 tall, dark, and handsome gents that just
walking
jumped.
in unison, like in a line, in a perfect line.
And then she goes, "Those are the sons of Ipswich," like as if like I don't know. I guess they're notorious for being.
Yeah, I guess they're like all famous families. I guess, but
she literally says she's like their families settled this town. They're like,
but it's also like. Famously there were witch trials, but like it's a secret that they are witches.
Nobody knows they're witches.
Yeah, nobody knows that they're witches, but everyone knows that their family settled there because they were witches. I would assume, like, because I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. Oh, we should also say, I don't know if you even know this at this point, but there's 4 of them, but there were 5 families.
Ooh.
Meaning...
Someone's missing.
Someone's missing. We introduce a couple other hot guys in the first scene. Who could it be?
Yep.
Who could it be?
There's a little kerfuffle happening at the party, and then Sebastian Stan enters and breaks up the party, and they're like, "Who's this guy?" He's the new guy. His name's Chase Collins, and he's this young hunk. He comes in there and he like drops a couple of cool one-liners.
You were being kind of bitchy.
And then and they're all like, "Oh, what's up, Chase? Like, you're the new kid, right?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm the new kid." And then one of the guys who looks like we kept calling him Slim Shady.
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
Reed.
Oh, okay.
His name's Reed, but we kept calling him Slim Shady.
He's also like not in anything else that I recognize, so I don't know that actor at all. So he is Slim Shady for sure.
Yeah. And he there's a Sebastian Stan joke. There's a Stan joke in there somewhere. I just can't figure out what it is.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
It'll let it cook.
He Reed uses his superpowers. So like when they use their witch powers, their eyes glow orange.
I just got what you were saying. Sebastian Stan, Eminem. Sorry. Anyway,
apparently there's not a joke.
Yeah. Sorry.
There's no joke in there at all.
Yeah, it just is. Anyway,
we the only time we've seen them use their like witch powers so far is for them to jump off a cliff. So far that's
to reinforce their knees.
Yeah. They're kind of badass. They jump off cliffs, but I'm like, what other things do they do with their witch powers? Turns out they give people tummy aches because Reed's eyes glow orange, and then he just makes one of the like douchebags at the party like barf all over himself. And it's like,
you say douchebags at the party like they aren't the douchebags at the party.
Everyone here is a douchebag at the party.
Yeah, they go to a boarding school, so all these kids are like rich prep kids, right?
Yes, yeah, but just some of them can make other people have tummy aches.
Yeah.
We should say the music at this point is exclusively like Rob Zombie style early 2000s, like
unapologetically. I really appreciate that.
It wasn't dad rock at the time, but it's since become like divorced dad rock.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's all that.
9 Inch Nails, but from Wish.
Yeah. Timu 9 Inch Nails.
Mm.
The cops come and break up the party. We got a car chase from the cops. And then they're like,
so sick.
Dude, describe this.
So
you're they're trying to start the car and all that
I
shit?
guess the cops are after them because they were doing like a bonfire and there's, I guess, underage drinking probably.
Even though they're all 35.
Yeah, they're all 35. They should have just, again, I said this when we were watching it, but they should have just made them be in college. But anyway, in this scene, the cops are chasing them and Slim Shady is driving. And he's like, let's give them what they came here for, boys, or whatever. And so they're driving in this very open space, and suddenly there's a cliff, and we're like, oh, they're gonna die or whatever. So we get two really like iconic lines from this. Number one, all the boys, once they make the decision that they're gonna drive off this cliff and like levitate the car, I think Taylor Kitsch or Chase Crawford leans over to Caleb and is like,
Come on, Caleb. It's gonna take all of us.
come on, Caleb, it's gonna take all of us.
It's Mighty Morphin time, dude. Come on, Caleb. It's gonna take all of us.
I just love that line. It
Put
sounds
together your
like-
witch powers.
It sounds like the start of a porno. Anyway,
Come on, Caleb. It's gonna take all of us.
it's gonna take all of us.
It's gonna take all of us.
And then Slim Shady, who's driving, says,
Harry Potter can kiss my
and then he drives off the cliff, and the car is floating, and the cops are like,
What?
They died. They you know.
These children are dead.
Yeah. But then their car lands behind the cop car. They drive off. They escape or whatever. And the cops are just mystified.
Yeah, it's so good. The Harry Potter can kiss my ass line is the point at which the movie completely won me over.
Yeah. Well, they probably were like, because this is 2006. I'm pretty sure Harry Potter Goblet of Fire came out in 2005. So like the year before this. So they probably were like, we have to address that there is another, witch wizard type franchise out right now. We just got to address it head on.
Yeah, and I love that.
Yeah,
it's very
it's
self-aware.
great. It's good.
After Harry Potter can kiss my ass, we cut to Caleb. We get like a moment alone. It's Caleb and his mom, and we're getting a little bit of backstory on Caleb. So Caleb, we've kind of found out is going to be our main protagonist for this film, and he's sitting there with his mom, and they're kind of just giving general exposition about being a witch and stuff like that. And she's talking about how much he looks like his father, and she alludes to this idea that he's soon going to be ascending.
She gestures to a picture of his father, Conway Twitty.
You said Kanye
Twitty.
Cut to Kanye Twitty. We're going to Photoshop Kanye Twitty.
Cut to Kanye Twitty, or all the tweets that he's doing right now.
Can we do like one? I've never had like a platform to say this before.
Uh-oh.
No.
Kanye did nothing wrong.
It's about Conway Twitty.
Okay,
because I do love country music a lot, but I always play this. Conway Twitty's got a song. It's a total side note. He's got a song called "Slow Hand." You want a man with a slow hand, and he's describing like having sex, and like how his like woman wants like a gentle lover and someone who like knows how to please a woman. And every single time I listen to this song, it just shows the cover with a picture of Conway Twitty's face, like on my car's like display, and I'm just looking at the most weird-looking man of all time, and like the juxtaposition of me driving the car,
crazy hair,
hearing him talk about like how good of a lover he is, and then looking at like a literal gremlin from Gremlins. It's like it makes me laugh every time, and I have no one to share that with. So
that's great. That's great.
So she shows the
yeah,
picture.
that's what his dad looks like. There's
Exactly
like this old-timey looking picture of his dad. Anyway, they explain the rules. You're right. Go ahead.
She explains the rules of the world, which is basically when you turn 18, witch boys are going to ascend, which means they inherit their full power, right? And
is that when we find that out?
We missed it, but that's what's implied.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
we weren't up to date on
all
that.
Right,
but yeah, they ascend, and she kind of implies that that's when he's going to like reach his full power. But some of the other rules of the world are kind of alluded to here, like the big one is that the more you use your witch powers, it ages you prematurely, and so it's like a Benjamin Button type thing. Kind of reverse. I don't know.
No, you're right. I mean, nothing. Anyway, a spoiler is a little bit. Nothing ever happens to them though. Like they use their powers.
They stay young and hot the whole time.
They use their powers as much as they could. Like if there was no monkey's paw situation. Yeah. And there's never any signs of aging or anything like that. Yep. So that is a little bit of an annoying thing, but anyway.
Yeah, but she also says that like the powers are addictive, and so the more you use them, the more you want to use them.
They say that multiple times in the movie. It's almost like they were trying to do some sort of like drug thing.
I felt the same way. Like it was a big drug metaphor.
Theme of like addiction. I feel like it all kind of falls apart by the end of it, but it did seem like they were building up to some sort of like, saving someone from ODing on witch.
It's just
Jesus.
What are you shooting up, witch?
He does a spell and just fent flops. Just
he's nodding off from a Cadavra. Oh my god! They give him Narcan with a wand.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Oh my god! So she's like, yeah, the more you use your powers, it shaves off your life, and she
Right.
kind of alludes that Caleb's father. She keeps going on and on about how she's like, your father was so hot, your father was so handsome, and you look just like him.
God, you look so much like him in this light. So handsome. He was the most beautiful man I'd ever seen.
It was just a little weird.
Yeah. So we assume his father's dead.
Yep. So then we get a scene with Sarah and Kate are our two female leads. They're like two love interest girls of the movie. They don't really play like an integral role to the plot. They're kind of just
They're generic eye candy. Yeah.
Yeah.
2000s eye candy.
very 2000s eye candy. There was that big thing. It's kind of aged out, but like there was that big thing in the 2000s where it's like every movie kind of failed the Bechdel test of like
Yeah.
you know, having women that are actually interesting characters. And so they're well-performed characters, maybe not the most well-written, but they're always together in like their dorm room. Because we should mention the school they all go to is like a boarding school, very Hogwarts-esque, but there's, you know, no.
But the
magic.
boys don't stay on campus, like,
No.
right? They
Maybe not, I don't know. But the girls, for some reason, share a room. And they're always wearing like their cutest like underwear alone together.
Yeah, no sweatpants or like
Baggy shirts.
hair wrap. Yeah, big t-shirts or something like that. It's always
Like lingerie,
just literally like 90s. Like
which is very funny. It's like we both kind of expected it to take like a gay turn at some point with the girls a little bit.
yeah,
but it doesn't.
because that's what men thought that women did together in the 2000s. It's just like,
pillow fights and lingerie. Dude.
yeah, maybe kiss a little.
Maybe just a little bit, and the girls are just like having a conversation. They're like, "Who were those hot guys at the party?" And Sarah's like, "Oh, those are the Sons of Ipswich." And the other girl, Kate, is like,
What are they, like a boy band?
and I was like, "Okay, this movie."
I also thought that.
I
as
thought
well.
that too. I was like, self-aware. I like this.
Yeah,
I rock with this. They're self-aware about how cheesy this movie is, and
I think we both were like optimistic, maybe misguided, optimistic like about it being self-aware.
Yeah.
But it's I would say it's not by the end of it.
No, but we thought it was a little more tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
She explains that 5 families settled in Ipswich in the 1600s, but the 5th family got killed during the Salem witch trials, so this 5th family no longer exists. Ooh, mysterious. It's almost like they're telegraphing a twist. We then cut to a bunch of cops, and they find a dead kid in a car. And the cops are like, oh my gosh, what happened? The kid's got like this weird warped face, so he's clearly been killed by like magic or something. And this is where we like kick off like the mystery aspect of the film. At this point, I can say the film's kept my attention this entire time.
Absolutely.
It's not
very
slow
entertaining
at all.
Very
it's very entertaining.
Like laugh out loud entertaining.
Yeah.
You know?
And then we go to one of the girls, Sarah's like showering by herself. And like we have like a frosted window shot kind of alluding to her nudity. But it's so funny when you watch movies that weren't originally meant to be shown in HD and you can see the flaws.
Yes.
Of like they shot it on film. They never expected it to go beyond standard definition. And so you can clearly see that she's wearing like a bathing suit in the shower.
Yeah. Which, you know what? Good for you, honey. Don't do it for this movie.
Don't
Show it for this movie.
Don't save it. Save it, sweetie. They basically a ghost appears in the shower and she's like, huh? And then she walks.
Well, she doesn't see it, but we as the audience see it like hovering over her.
Yeah,
right?
like a pervy ghost.
Yeah. A voyeur.
A voyeur. There's a joke in there somewhere. I can't think of it. Too slow.
We gotta move on.
Yeah, we do. She walks out of the shower and she's like, "What was that?" And then she bumps into Reed, Slim Shady.
Yeah.
And the implication here to the audience is that, it's a little misdirection. We think Reed was probably the ghost. And Reed goes into the shower. Is like, "I'll help you investigate, like to find the ghost or whatever." And
he walks in lazily, like looks around, doesn't like actually search. So again, we're alluding to the fact that it's probably him. He's probably the one who killed the kid, right? Like we're just alluding to him as like the bad egg of the 4, right?
Yeah, kind of the Draco Malfoy of the bunch.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Draco too.
Kiss my
We then get a little bit of dialogue between Pogue and Caleb, and they're talking, and they're talking about how they can feel that Reed's been using his powers, because I guess the boys are kind of like linked together like twin telepathy. And so apparently they can feel when like another one of them is like
he wakes up in the middle of the night having wet his bed because one of the boys used their powers.
He used his power.
He's so sweaty, dude.
He's so
so wet. Specifically Caleb,
dude,
Stephen Strait.
You are not hiring 4 hunks and not dousing those boys for a couple of shots, dude. Come on.
But it's just him though.
I like that the eye candy goes both ways in this film.
No, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's equal opportunity eye candy.
Equal
for sure.
opportunity objectification. Wakes up super sweaty, and the boys are talking about it. They're like, we gotta have a family meeting. Reed's been using his powers too much. We think he's getting addicted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It feels like it might be the drug theme again.
Yeah. And he looks like a meth head, so.
Yeah, he does. And Reed keeps denying it. Reed's like, no, I'm not. And they're like, you must be. And they're all jealous because Caleb's getting to ascend first because he's the first one to turn 18. And then Caleb gets in a car wreck after seeing a dead boy in his passenger seat. You remember this? This is the sickest little VFX thing.
Yeah,
Caleb's like driving down the street, and like
so bad.
he looks over and sees like a mirage of like a dead kid next to him.
The dead kid.
The dead kid gets in a car wreck, and his car like explodes after it hits a semi truck, and then he uses his powers like and like reassembles his car on the other side.
Yeah,
sick.
Yeah.
I don't have any other observation other than like that was sick.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good little cool. 2000s CGI moment. I liked it.
Yep. He takes Sarah. He's like out with Sarah. They're on like a date. He takes Sarah to like his family's like home.
He's like, I've got to go run some errands, and she was like, I mean, I want to have sex with you, so I'll come.
Yeah.
And he takes her to this like creepy ass house.
Like it looks like a haunted house.
Leaves her in the car. It's the one time in the whole movie I think that it's not raining.
Yeah.
It's not either raining or nighttime.
Yeah.
That's the only time. It's always just so much rain. But anyway, he goes in. There's this old guy named Gorman there.
Who shoots at them.
Oh, yeah. He shoots at them because he thinks,
they're
even
intruders.
though he like knows what the car looks. Anyway, he goes in and he sees this old guy, but then there's an even older person sitting in the chair who's like looks even more like a corpse.
Yeah, like a decrepit figure, like next to the fire.
What I assume Joe Biden looks like right now. We haven't seen him since he not stepped down, but transitioned as into not being the president.
When you say transition, it makes me think that he like transitioned into like the afterlife.
Well,
he's close.
He might. He already looks like Jimmy Carter.
They're pulling a Weekend at Bernie Sanders, but
good.
The
did we find out who the corpse is though at that point? We
not
don't.
at this point. No.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
We shouldn't spoil it.
No, we shouldn't.
It's a big twist.
Yeah,
we cut to. I think this is our favorite sequence of the film, and maybe the worst is when they go to the 18 and up bar.
Yes. Dude.
So they don't say the bar is an 18 and up bar, but all the boys are just like allowed to go into this bar. They're not drinking.
No, they're not.
They're getting like burgers.
They make
and Coke.
a point. Yeah, they make a point. Taylor Kitsch's character goes up and says, "Give me a burger, fries, and a Coke."
Hey, can I get a burger, fries, and a Coke?
Yeah.
It's like
at the bar.
Lame.
Come on, dude. Get a beer.
Yeah.
Don't be a pussy, dude. And he goes up and they're with the girls, and the girls are kind of all flirting with the boys, and there's a little sexual tension in the room. And Taylor Kitsch is like, looking jacked as hell. Like he's so shredded in this movie.
He is. He got absolutely yoked.
He got yoked for this.
I mean, they all look very in shape, but
no,
Taylor
you could
Kitsch
cut a diamond
especially.
on this boy's abs, dude. It's crazy.
Shout out Taylor Kitsch.
Dude, what a legend. Love him.
American Primeval. I would highly recommend that. It's new on Netflix. It's got some problems, but I like it overall. Watch it. Anyway, go ahead.
He orders himself a burger, and the boys are all hanging out, and Chase is there, who's the new kid played by Sebastian Stan.
Right.
And they're kind of talking, and they're kind of getting along with Chase. Like, he seems like he might be ingratiated into the friend group a little bit. And then all the boys are over the pool table shooting pool, and
Slim Shady throws some money down.
Yep.
He's like,
blue cotton.
And then the camera pans over to a hot girl, and she's like kind of bending over wearing a skirt.
Yeah.
And it's clear now, they're betting on what color underwear she's wearing.
And then Chase Crawford says pink lacy. And
he goes,
they're each putting money down on the table, right?
Correction. He goes, pink lacy.
Oh.
Yeah, he just drops a little And then Was
Oh
it,
my
which
God,
one of them
dude.
says the line?
Taylor Kitsch says, dude, that shit. There's so many. Every line in this movie is so good.
We've had to whittle it down to our favorites, but this is the kicker though. Taylor Kitsch leans over the pool table. He slaps down his bet on what color underwear the girl's wearing, and his line is, "Boys, that girl hasn't worn panties since she was 12."
Jesus, dude. Oh my God.
So gross.
Like, let's think about the dynamic here. We have
So gross.
we have 3 guys pretending to be 30 years old.
No, pretending to be 17. They are 30.
Or excuse me. Yes,
Yeah.
sorry. They're pretending to be 17 years old. They are 30 years old at least. And they say something that alludes to the fact that this girl was hot and having sex
At
when
12.
Yeah. That's crazy, dude.
Dude, it's so 2006. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We keep
Yeah.
saying, I don't know when it shifted where people were just like,
Mhm.
people started filtering with
Yeah.
scripts. Like, maybe that's a little creepy.
Yeah.
It,
I don't
it's
know.
wild. I mean, 2006 wasn't that long
No.
ago.
No.
Like, that's wild.
It's crazy.
And so then one of the boys, I think it's Reed, uses his powers.
May as well be any of them.
He-
No, it is.
He goes, "Huh," and like uses his little like powers to blow up her skirt
Yeah.
and like expose her bare bottom to the entire bar. And she
Yep.
turns around like, "Oh," and like you just see a full shot of her ass.
Yep.
Super creepy.
So Taylor Kitsch won the bet, right?
And he goes, "Oh."
But then they get into like a fight or something. Is it because of that?
Yeah, so they're discussing, Caleb and Chase are discussing, they are disgusting too, but they're discussing swim practice.
Oh,
and
right.
how,
Sorry,
like,
getting ahead of
they're like,
ahead of us.
they tell Chase, they're like, "You're not going to be able to beat Caleb, like freestyles his swimming technique or whatever." And they end up getting in an argument with some of the other guys. A fight breaks out, and they leave the bar. The bartender comes out of the bar. Like, they're all outside. They're already outside. They've taken their fight outside. And the bartender comes out with a baseball bat and is like,
Hey! Take it someplace else, ladies.
great line.
Mm-hmm.
So then Caleb and Reed get into a confrontation because Caleb at this point believes that Reed's been using his powers too much. He's addicted.
Yeah.
And that's why they keep waking up in the middle of the night sweaty,
Even though it
drenched.
seems like they all use the powers an equal amount, other than the night sweat stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, yes, Reed used his thing to like see up this girl's skirt, but like they're all using it to jump. Caleb obviously admittedly used it to save his life in the car wreck, but
Yeah.
like it doesn't seem like any one of them is like using it less, but for some reason they call him out because they want to do, spoilers, this little bait and switch thing, make you think he's the bad guy.
Yeah, so they get into a little power battle, a
Yep.
witch power battle, Caleb and Reed.
Yeah.
They're throwing trash cans at each other.
Kegs.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
We then cut to Sarah. She wakes up in bed with spiders all over herself. They're all over the bed. They're covering her. It's disgusting. They're all over the floor.
Terrifying.
It's really actually it's quite terrifying.
Yeah.
It's and the visual effects here are actually pretty good.
For the spider, yeah.
Yeah. When she wakes up and is like, "Oh," it's kind of in her imagination or something, right?
It's a dream, yeah.
Yeah. And then she kind of wakes up from the dream. We're now cut to the locker room. We got a lot of bare booties happening. The boys are walking around,
Slinging hog.
doing their thing. And I'm not going to say the slur, but one of the like bully kids like looks at
No. Sebastian Stan is walking by one of
Yeah.
the bully kids, and I guess he's eyeing his piece or something. Sebastian Stan. And go ahead. Sorry.
well, no, I don't want to say it.
I don't remember the lines. No, I'm not gonna say the.
You gotta say
He
it.
calls him the F slur.
Yeah.
But
Because what are you looking at, F slur?
yeah, and then what does Sebastian Stan say in response?
He goes, "I'm looking at that thing
Between your legs, it's like a penis, only smaller.
It's like a pee-pee, only smaller."
He says penis, but
Yeah, but I don't want to say it on YouTube.
Oh, okay, all right. Is that a thing? Is penis a thing?
I don't know.
That's like,
I
that's
don't
like
know.
a
I'm just playing.
anatomically correct. Anyway, pee-pee's funnier anyway. That's fine.
PP is funnier. We get an intense heavy metal swim sequence. They're doing like a swim meet competition or whatever between Chase and Caleb, and then Chase uses his powers. We realize now, oh my gosh, Chase is also a witch. Sebastian Stan's also
Who
a
could
witch.
have known?
Who would have guessed? He uses his powers to knock out Caleb during the swim meet. And so Caleb like almost drowns and dies. And then Chase is the one to like save him, pulls him out of the water. Caleb comes to, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, Chase just saved your life." And Caleb's like, something's fishy here. Like I saw him use his powers.
Yeah.
So then Chase is in like the classroom, and the principal calls for him to come to the principal's office, and he gets there, and he's like, "Hey, kid," with no police present whatsoever. He's like, "You remember that kid that died, that we found his body? We also found your student ID on his person as like material evidence that you were involved in the crime. I'm gonna give it back to you now."
Yeah.
And not bring this to the authorities.
Right. But also, like, the cops are the ones that found that.
And they just don't question
They
Chase
just
at all.
gave it back to the school. Don't question him whatsoever.
Oh, this kid that got killed. Well, we found somebody's ID on him.
Yeah. That would have been an interesting aspect to, like, frame one of the guy, like, frame Slim Shady for it. But they don't really do anything that interesting, unfortunately.
No, they refer to this thing. The guys keep waking up all sweaty and drenched, and they refer to themselves as seeing the Darkling.
Yeah,
which is like the entity,
it's like
or
chasing
something.
the dragon with the heroin.
Yeah,
Themes
literally.
of addiction. I'm seeing the Darkling. I'm chasing the dragon.
Ooh, that's a good tie-in.
Hey, you know what? I just get that's free. That's on the house.
I like that.
There.
He's here all week, folks. Tip your servers.
Hey,
they go on this little like discovery journey to figure out like who is Chase. Like for some reason, Caleb has the inclination. He's like, if we go to the library, we're gonna figure out who.
No,
Chase
they
is.
sneak into the dean's office.
The dean's office,
isn't it?
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
It's the dean's office. And
we usually don't watch these movies together. We did. I feel like there was a lot. You know, it's hard to like not like be locked in, or it's hard to be locked in on the movie
because we're chit chatting about the film.
We're chit chatting. We're shooting the shit. We're already yapping.
The show before the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically they find out they discover some evidence that proves that Chase is actually from the lineage of that fifth family.
Yes.
That's the short version. And so they confirm he's a witch. Yeah, we've known this since day one.
They do show it in the trailer, but
yeah, I don't know.
So there's not like a mystery.
You mentioned this when we were watching it, and I was like, damn, I totally forgot about that. Like they blow this whole twist.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I mean, I guess not everyone that saw this probably saw the trailer, but I think you can still see it coming though.
From a mile away.
Yeah.
When they figure out that Chase has powers and he's also a witch, Sebastian Stan, Pogue is like driving away on his motorcycle, and Pogue is like he's for some reason I guess they must be rich kids because he's driving like a Ducati or something. I noticed that and I was like, oh, so he's like he can afford like
they're all
a very expensive bike.
They're all very rich because of founding the town or whatever.
Yeah, because of course that results in tons of cash.
Yeah.
Founding a small Massachusetts village means he must be a billionaire.
Exactly.
He's like driving his Ducati down the street, and Chase is like appears on the road in front of him very menacingly.
We should also take a moment because that one in particular is a very good example of the horrible ADR in this movie.
Come to save little Miss Muffet, have we? Well, you're too late. A spider came and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away.
Yeah, that was something you noticed from the get-go.
Dude,
Explain
it's
this.
so bad. So, like, yeah, we're like 10
what is
minutes.
ADR for people who don't know?
Oh, ADR is surely everybody knows if you're watching this, but ADR is when they like record vocals for a movie, like in post, basically.
Yeah,
like they're in a studio, right? So it sounds like a little bit more crisp. If there's like background noise when they were filming, it doesn't sound right.
Yeah, it's you lip syncing to yourself.
Yeah,
yeah.
But this, it literally just looks like they dropped it in and did nothing. Like no
take
cleaning up or anything. Like it sounds it sounds completely unnatural, almost out of sync. Like it's so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, in this I don't remember what the line is, but it's like his mouth is and like he's talking like
it's like a kung fu movie from
so
the 70s.
Yeah. So he's standing there and they have sort of like a little Mexican standoff type thing. I don't know if that's okay to say. That has to be an insanely racist term. I don't know. But anyway, they're standing off with one another and Taylor Kitsch drives his bike into him, of course. Chase blows up his motorcycle and leaves him for dead on the street or whatever.
Yep. And so he literally tells Pogue his mastermind scheme. He's like, I'm going to use you as bait to get to Caleb. So now we know like Chase is like gunning for Caleb. He wants to like go for Caleb for some reason.
Even though he doesn't really use him for bait. He just like
puts him in the hospital.
He puts him in the hospital and then uses his girlfriend as bait.
Correct.
Anyway.
Caleb walks in on Chase holding Sarah hostage. And Chase threatens Caleb saying, I need more power. Like he's craving more power. And he explains, the short version is, he explains that his mastermind scheme is when Caleb ascends on his 18th birthday, the night of his 18th birthday, Chase wants to be there, and he explains that one witch can will their power to another, and so he wants Caleb to will his power to him.
Because that's what Sebastian Stan's dad did for him, his biological dad.
And he wants to become like the all-powerful witch, basically.
Because he thinks that will stop the aging process.
Yeah, so he can have his powers forever and not die and not age, which is not true. Caleb is like basically begging him, like, hey, like let her go, whatever. Like you're not gonna get away with this. And they kind of have a little bit of a standoff in the room. Chase ends up walking out, and then Caleb, like Sarah wakes up and he's like, you passed out. Like he doesn't explain to her what's happening. And then Caleb takes Sarah to his old ass dad and shows her.
Yeah, it's
his
at this
dad.
point he, I guess, for some reason reveals that he's a witch.
Yep.
And we also, we get the reveal that the character played by Joe Biden is actually Caleb's dad.
And the great part about that is they walk into the old ass house, the haunted house thing, and he shows her the old man, and he's like, look at this gross dude. Like, look at this disgusting look at this disgusting slob of an elderly man.
Yeah.
And then he turns to her and he goes, he's 44 years old. Basically, like, drill home the point that, like, I'm gonna look bad as shit when I'm 44.
Yeah,
like,
because I'm gonna use my powers or whatever. Cause
someone was not applying sunscreen. Let's put it that way.
It's like The Substance.
Yes,
it's like The Substance. With everything, you end up looking like an Igor.
I'm gonna be honest. When I saw Taylor Kitsch's abs, I got the chubstance. You know
Hey,
hey. The he explains like that when he explains the ascension thing to Sarah. Like when I turn 18, I get my full powers. And Chase wants to steal them or whatever. And then it's the night of the prom, it's his birthday party. Some event or something.
Winter solstice or something.
I don't know. But it's also Caleb's birthday. And so Sarah gets all dressed up in like a fancy dress for his birthday party. And he knows the whole time, like, oh, like tonight's the night that I'm going to have to like square off with Chase.
Mm-hmm.
We can skip over a lot of this, I think. He goes to his birthday party, basically, and Chase is there, and Chase is like, you're not going to beat me. And then Chase
stops him. He stops him on the way to his birthday. But I think we should talk about, just for the sake of, like, reviewing this movie a little bit, the movie drags on for so long at this point. Like, I think after the, like, Taylor Kitsch standoff scene, the movie just stops to a halt.
It's only like 15 minutes of screen time, but or 20, but it feels like so much more.
Because everything up until that point has just been such a fun ride of just like terrible lines and just, like these over-the-top interactions, iconic scenes that I think that we'll remember forever.
She hasn't worn panties since she was 12.
Dude, insane. But yeah, at this point, I think we realized that the movie was not self-aware because it's very much just like leaning into this melodrama of like, oh no, my friend's in the hospital, like, which like obviously these things are terrible that are happening around them. However, this is not the tone that you have started this movie with. It feels so different. I was like, there's got to be two different directors on this movie.
Yeah,
like,
you even said that when we were watching.
It's like but there's not, I don't think. It just feels like such a different movie until Caleb's on the way to the party. And Sebastian Stan pounces on his car. And
he's like, you're not going to be able to beat me. Like, you need to submit to me, basically. You're going to have to give me your powers at midnight.
Yeah, it's going to take all four of us, Caleb.
Come on, Caleb. It's going to take all of us.
It's going to submit to me. They end up, the short version is they end up in a barn, and Chase has re-kidnapped Sarah. Like, he already had her once before, let her go, but he, like, re-kidnaps her, and she's now, like, levitating in the barn, and she's, like, in a trance state. And Chase is like, just as a little contingency so you don't get any funny ideas, I'm keeping her hostage again. And Caleb's like, okay, well, like, he doesn't know what to do. And then the lightning comes down from the sky, and Chase is standing there and goes, something's a little witchy. And then he delivers the line, and we both knew we were back.
Dude.
We knew the movie was back. Chase looks at him, and he goes,
how about I make you my biatch?
Hell yeah, dude.
For those of you who aren't catching it, witch and biatch, he just formed into a new word. That's the movie we signed on for.
Absolutely.
That's the movie we started watching.
I turned to you and I was like, are we back? And then he throws Caleb on the ground and some dad rock starts playing. And I'm like, dude, we are
so back. Like,
Hell
that was
yeah,
it.
dude. Yes.
That's what we needed. Like there was a 15-minute drag, but I forgave it. As soon as he said, I'll make you my weotch, and then we started hearing Rob Zombie or Creed or some shit start playing. And then now we start a kung fu battle in a barn.
Dude, the fight is great.
It's so sick. They have a ton of practical explosions, which makes the scene way cooler.
Yep.
So like the way they use their like magical witch powers is they basically throw bubbles at each other.
Yeah, it looks like they're water bending, but like different. I don't know. Like it looks just off.
Yes.
They're throwing hot ropes at one another, and they just.
I'll make you my weotch.
That is one thing about the fight that I said to you at the time. I'm just like, this would look so much better if it was just like your typical like magic, like or maybe like fire, like going back and forth at one another, right? But no, it's like these balls of energy that just look like bubbles.
Yeah.
So that part is not great, but
I kind of liked it.
Okay, well, I that to me was the only downside of the fight. Other than that, it looks great.
The
like,
choreography
genuinely looks great.
Choreography's sick. The lighting's sick. There's like lightning the whole time. It's raining, of course.
Of course, dude. So much rain. So wet.
It's
so
it's
moody.
moody. It's moody.
Yeah, moist
as
well.
They're having their bubble fight, and Caleb's mom has like a genius like brain blast, and she's like, I'm gonna go find my old ass husband, and I'm gonna make him
who lives like down the street from me that I just never talked to
in a
'cause I
separate
can't look
home.
at him.
Yeah, she's never interacted with her husband for the entire film. It's almost, I don't know. It's almost like as if
She
she's,
talks about him as if he's dead.
Yeah, it's like she's so grossed out by him
down
being
the street and geriatric.
And like they kind of pin him as like, oh, he must be this selfish guy because she says a line where she's like, it's time for you to think about someone other than yourself. But if you really break it down, like what we've seen in the movie, like he's getting shafted.
Oh, absolutely.
Like his wife and his son have housed him in a dirty old haunted house.
We absolutely needed a flashback where you see him being horrible to his family and like being a deadbeat dad.
Yes,
because
something.
Yeah, because right now it's just like he looks like a sad old man, even though he's.
It looks like elder abuse.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in the movie, it looks and then she has the nerve to show up to him and be like, "Hey, you got to do something." We've established at this point that when you will your powers to someone, you die.
Yes,
that's important to note.
Yeah.
And so she comes to the dad and she's like, her husband, Caleb's dad. She's like, "You need to will your powers to our son so he can beat this other high schooler in like a bubble battle." It's like our son is fighting a bubble battle for his
in
life
a water gun fight.
In a water gun fight. Otherwise, he's gonna be made someone's weotch. And so she convinces the dad's like, and she's like, "Will your powers?" And he goes, "I will my powers to you." And then Caleb's like laying there on the ground. And he's like, "Arr!" He goes Super Saiyan, and then just whoops Chase's ass.
Right.
It's awesome.
Well, I'll say he doesn't get the powers. So they have this fight back and forth. They seem pretty evenly matched, I will say. Like, I don't think Sebastian Stan seems like just unbeatable or whatever compared to Caleb once he ascends, of course, because he does the little floating thing. He gets, I don't know if you already said that. You may have. I can't remember. But
I don't think I said that.
But anyway, he ascends, and they seem like they're having like an even back and forth. But then at the very end of the fight, he just like throws him into the fire. Like at some point, the barn catches fire. He just throws him into the fire. He disappears. He evaporates, basically. Yep. Sebastian Stan. And we thought it was going to be like a fake out thing. Like there's this it goes back to the slog a little bit. It's like there's this, they're walking, he's walking through the burning barn to his girlfriend, Sarah. And like, he's going to find her. There's just this really long drawn out thing. We think, dude, Sebastian Stan's definitely going to pop out at some point, and like they're going to go back at it again.
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
Right? No shot. That doesn't happen. He just gets her, slowly walks in, gets her, slowly walks out, sets her on this like bed of mud.
Yeah, like a dirty truck bed.
A dirty truck bed. It's raining. She's going to get an infection from sitting in that water for sure.
Some staph in that water. There's a line of dialogue where Sarah and Caleb are both in the car, and Sarah's basically like, did they ever find the body of Sebastian Stan? And he's like, no, they never found the body. And this is where we're like, okay, this is their last chance to pull out the twist and have Sebastian Stan pop back up.
Gonna be like a Superman Dawn of Justice thing where we see the dirt move on his grave.
Hand pops out.
Yep.
Nothing.
But
they still set us up for a sequel for sure.
Absolutely.
So they definitely thought this movie was going to warrant Covenant 2.
Well, so it was. We'll just say it because we're kind of getting out of the plot now. But yes, it just ends very abruptly like that. There's no like Marvel post credits type thing. But it did very well at the box office.
Really?
Yeah. I don't have numbers, but it had a budget of $20 million. I don't know what it made, but according to I think Wikipedia, it was a box office success.
I'm scared.
Don't be. I'm here to protect you.
What's happening to us?
Don't be afraid. It's going to stop.
What do you want?
Your power. He's using her against all of us. They're dead.
That's the Covenant, dude. What did you think?
Man, I mean, we've kind of alluded to it the whole time. I thought, man, it's such a solid, like, funny B movie up until, like when things start getting serious and it just grinds to a halt, but then it picks up a lot at the end when we get these legitimately good fight scenes, There's not a lot of good characterization. The plot is very convoluted in a way that is not explained to us in a very good way. It's not executed very well, but like I said, legitimately a good looking final battle. So I definitely I enjoyed it, and maybe that's because we watched it together, but I think I probably would have enjoyed it just as much.
I mean, I watched the first 15 minutes by myself and I was hooked.
Dude.
So I mean, I don't know if that has anything to do, says anything, but yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think this movie is like, it's such a fun B movie. It's so 2000s.
Yes.
It's oozing style, like the cinematography, the choices to make it always be raining, and like the outfits, like the gratuitous like hunks with like, being shirtless and stuff like that. Like I don't know, it just all kind of supports this like vibe. That is really fun.
It's definitely not self-aware. It doesn't know what it is, but to me that makes it better.
And it's like I don't know if it's one of those movies that you look at and it's like you're laughing because it's like, oh my gosh, that's so, like, some of the lines are really bad and laughable, but there's also moments that you're like, yeah, like that's sick, I'm bought into it. I think it's almost, it more dips into like Fast and the Furious territory.
I was about to say Fast and Furious.
It's like, it is what it is, but what it is really fun.
Yeah.
Again, there's like a 15-minute stretch. I was paying attention to like the amount of time we had spent. Like that dragging section is only like 15 minutes. It feels much longer.
Definitely. I definitely thought it was.
If you're talking about from
the
like
movie.
the motorcycle wreck thing until it starts to pick up, we start going to his birthday thing, that's like 15, 20 minutes.
Wow. That definitely felt like longer.
Yeah, it did. But I think other than that, where this film is taking itself a little too seriously, maybe, I just straight up enjoyed it. Like it was a fun watch. The performances are really bad, like pretty much across the board.
Man, yeah.
Even Sebastian Stan is not great in this.
Yeah, no, nobody's good. That's what I was trying to see, because it's like, obviously there are certain people in this movie, some more than others, that had careers after this. Like Stephen Strait was in The Expanse. Years later, obviously Chase Crawford, like Gossip Girl, yes, but The Boys, which is something he's more known for now. And I'm trying to think, like, was this the movie that like got them the foot in the door on the next thing? Because clearly Slim Shady did not get that. And despite Chase Crawford getting like by the wayside, I guess he just had a good agent,
Yeah. Did Taylor Kitsch already have Friday Night Lights at this point?
I think so. I'm almost positive.
Okay.
It's before X-Men Origins Wolverine, but yeah, I think it was after Friday Night Lights.
This is only one of two things that I've seen. Oh, it's same year as Friday Night Lights.
Oh, same year it started.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was a big year for him.
So he went to Friday Night Lights. Chase Crawford and Sebastian Stan went to Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is like it's Friday Night Lights is that like network drama, cheesy hometown, whatever, clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. It's a cheesy Southern drama.
Mm-hmm.
I love Friday Night Lights personally. Like, it's one of those like one of those bad.
I've never seen it, but
You'd actually probably love it. It's like one of those you put it on. It's like it always just has like a heart. It's like heartwarming, and it's like kids are like it's like oh I'm doing drugs and like my dad left, and then it's like then you have like this coach father figure who's like son you can turn your life around.
I was
like,
behind it. I don't know what's the guy's name, the coach.
Kyle Chandler.
I was behind him in customs.
No way.
Yeah. We were. It sounds like rich boy, but it was years ago. It was like almost a decade. We were coming home from Italy, and we were at the Atlanta airport, and we were in customs behind him. And somebody next to us was like, I'm a big fan of Friday Night Lights.
What was he nice?
Yeah, he seemed very nice. I didn't know his name, so I was just like, I'm not gonna engage with him.
Dad, Kyle Chandler. I love him. He was great in Super 8 too. And this is not.
Yeah. I have seen that.
I love Friday Night Lights. I love Taylor Kitsch in Friday Night Lights. This Gossip Girl, I also enjoy Gossip Girl a lot. Like they are in my favorite. These guys are in my favorite junk TV.
Yeah,
and like this movie feels like a junk movie in like that same way.
Yes.
The only other thing I've seen Steven Strait in is Sky High.
Yeah.
Which is a junk Disney kids movie that I also love. And so maybe what I'm saying is I have bad taste, but I wouldn't classify this movie as so bad it's good. Like I think it's a hidden gem. Like I think it's fun. I think it's like again, it's like I would never say that. Like to me, let's differentiate between hidden gem and so bad it's good. Hidden gem to me is like for what it is, it executes it properly and it does it really well. A so bad it's good movie is like it has no idea. It's so bad at doing what it's trying to do that it like becomes funny, like The Room or like Plan 9 from Outer Space or like one of these movies that's like so poorly executed that you're laughing at the film. I wasn't very often laughing at the film. I was laughing at the parts of the film that I think the film wanted me to laugh at. You know what I mean? And it's like
good point.
It's not a good movie, but it's like Fast and the Furious. It's like you know, I don't know.
I would push back on that a little bit because I think there are moments that they legitimately think are like badass moments that I thought were very funny. Like jumping off the thing. Like it's not gonna kill us yet, Caleb.
Come on, Caleb. It's not like it's gonna kill us yet.
and like the Harry Potter thing, like I mean
Harry
that
Potter,
line
kiss my
sure
ass.
is funny, but I feel like they thought that moment was like a sick ass moment, and in the moment when you're like vibing with the movie, it is.
No, I mean,
but
dude,
I think
come
they
on.
definitely did not intend for you to laugh at that part.
I don't know. He says "weotch" instead of "biatch," dude.
Like
I mean,
it's
not that it's. I don't think it's trying to be self-aware.
Here's the thing: you're coming at this from being in the year of our Lord 2025. This is 2006.
Yeah,
they thought saying "biatch" was cool. All right.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
It is. You're right. It's still
So-
cool.
so
you're
cool.
right. Oh, that was a bad example. You're right. But okay. But they think that it's legitimately cool and like sick to say "weotch" instead of "biatch." I think you might be more charitable to them than I am, but
I don't know. I think I just enjoyed them, and I found the movie to be so fun. And it honestly, except for the one part where it drags, and I can forgive for all the fun this movie gave me, and how good the movie is at keeping me entertained. I can forgive like a part of the movie where I kind of start to like get a little bored.
yeah.
So for me,
Well,
I would go hidden gem.
That's what I would still say is so I would definitely classify the movie as a so bad it's good.
It's fair.
Not quite a hidden
can't
gem
disrespect that.
in my opinion, but and I'll say this which is arguably higher praise. I would watch it again.
I would totally.
I
watch
would
this
definitely
again.
show this to someone.
It kind of reminds me. It's the same vibe. I was trying to think of other things that I also kind of enjoyed as like I think this movie is like a teen movie.
Yeah,
ultimately.
Oh, for sure.
Yes. If I saw this,
that's why they're in
movie-
high school and not college. That's the
Yes,
real reason.
that's
Like
what
the
I was gonna
plot
say.
needs them to be in college, but anyway,
They're in
so
high
you're-
school because it's the demographic that should be watching this movie is high
Yes.
schoolers.
Yeah.
Who are like the movie is appealing to the stuff that I would have been like I would have found the like when I was 15 them blowing up a girl's skirt I would have been like oh, like
Dude,
that's
sick.
so
I'm
sick.
gonna go.
I did not say that for the record. I did not say that. But like it appeals to like high school boys and high school like high school boys and girls because it's
Yeah.
like a bunch of beefcakes walking around and a bunch of cute girls walking
yeah,
around
yeah.
and they're all cool and they've got powers and nobody in the movie is struggling with any like real life issues. Like they're most like the only addiction that we're struggling with is being like too powerful and like having too many dope powers.
Yeah, I think that's where the movie falls like legitimately apart for me is like the plot could have been it had the potential to be so much better. There could be like more of a mystery than there is.
Sure.
There could be like a twist where like I'm not even saying this is good. It would just like add to the entertainment value. It's like maybe Sarah ends up being a witch, actually, something like that. I don't know. They could have taken it a different direction, but I think that's why the movie becomes such a slog once we find out that Sebastian Stan is the bad guy, the villain of it, because it's just like we have nothing else to grip on, or nothing else to like string us along until the fight, which the fight is great in a vacuum,
super
right?
cool.
But it's just like once that's over, again, we're back to the like super serious melodrama.
No, I think the weak point of the movie definitely centers around the villain.
Yeah.
Like we telegraph it ahead of time. That's and honestly that's why we lost interest. Like if they had really misdirected us and we were, this is to me my 2-step process to completely fix this movie. Step 1, make it way more unclear who the actual murderer is. Step 2, save the reveal of it being Sebastian Stan for way later in the movie, right before, right in those last 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, like
right?
we don't see that's who made Taylor Kitsch get into an accident.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like it's a dark, shadowy figure.
And then he wakes up at the end and is like, it was Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, they're trying to wake him up to get a name.
Yeah.
They're confronting Reed. They're they've trapped Reed in a room. Like there's so many ways you could add conflict and tension.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty like seen before, but would have been a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can really knock on the movie. I do want to compare it for 2 seconds to a movie that I think is a perfectly plotted and executed teen movie, which I mentioned before. Stephen Strait is also in Sky High. You've seen Sky High, right?
Yeah.
I think it's
many times.
I will defend it as being a perfect teen kids movie. Like live action.
Great.
I think the script has no fat. I think the performances are great. I think it's funny.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell's hilarious in it. Like the humor holds up. I had the biggest crush on Mary Elizabeth Winstead in that movie in the pink outfit. I was so into her.
Dude, I could fix her.
I literally, even when they reveal, spoiler alert, that she's like the villain in the movie, I was just like, I don't know, man. Like maybe there's something there. And like I remember being like 12 and watching that movie. I was so in love with her. But yeah, I love Sky High, and I think that is obviously a much goofier, less serious movie. It's probably for that more like 13-year-old demographic, or 12-year-old demographic.
Yeah.
Whereas this movie's trying to appeal to like 16, 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely say like, if they could have tightened up the script a little bit, kind of the way that Sky High is just like this airtight script, I think this movie could be like a complete. It is still rewatchable, but I think it could be like even more rewatchable. But regardless of that, I think it's still rewatchable, and regardless of the little plot issues I have, I think this is a movie that if I had seen it at like 17, I would have been like, this movie rules. I would have like been like, dude, you got to see this movie. Or maybe 15.
I mean, it's a little. I think for you and I at that age, it's maybe a little too homoerotic. We would have been like, dude, these guys.
Yeah,
I think I'm feeling something for these men. I don't know. No, I don't know that it would have resonated with us. I feel like it may have been like something like Twilight, where like young boys. Like obviously, like
gay.
us, we're confident in our masculinity, right?
For sure.
But certain boys would be like, that's gay, you know.
Too many 6-packs.
Yeah, I think that's probably how it would have been. But yeah, I think it would have probably been a classic for us if I don't know where I'm going with this. I started on my second glass of wine. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah. Well, that's the Covenant 2006. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Big Name Bad Movie. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I know we always say that, but it actually means a lot to us. Subscriptions have continued to grow. You might have noticed we've been posting a little bit less consistently.
We both got employed.
We both got jobs going, and so yeah, please go visit us on Patreon, patreon.com/bignamebadmovie. We're about to start the Patreon episode right now, and we're going to discuss Old Boy. Not the classic Park Chan-wook Old Boy. We're going to discuss that a little bit. We're mostly going to be discussing the Josh Brolin remake of Old Boy, and Cameron's going to be giving some thoughts on that. I also might discuss a little bit about The Brutalist. Tell him some things about The Brutalist. Yeah. So check us out on Patreon.
Whatever happens. We'll let the conversation begin.
Break down the walls that separate me and you. I think of this like a conversation.
But yeah, stick around. There's definitely more to come.